What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Hollywood, and welcome back to the Daily News Wrap Podcast. It's time for another honest conversation because social media is in an uproar regarding Claressa Shields, Alicia Baumgartner, and this entire situation that has now spiraled into conversations about behavior, professionalism, colorism, jealousy, and accountability. So let's get into it. According to the clip that I personally saw, you could clearly hear Claressa Shields telling Alicia Baumgartner to worry about her own relationships and stop discussing hers. That wasn't verbatim, but it was damn close.
Me and my fucking relationship, I just fucked him out. Worry about who the fuck you're with, not me.
Okay? But here's the part that has me and others scratching our heads. Thousands of people online have been discussing Claressa's relationship with Remy Ma's husband, Papoose, okay? Not just Alicia Baumgartner. So many people are asking, was there another issue there? Like, I know that Claressa Shields and Alicia Baumgartner, as well as other, people in the boxing world, they talk a lot of shit, right? They do that. That's just what they do, okay? But the difference in talking shit and putting your hands on somebody, those are two different things. Those are very much two different things. All right, and let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, okay? Because social media already has pretty much. Claressa recently spoke about dealing with colorism after the incident. She put a statement out and she was talking about, how people treat her and colorism and stuff like that. And listen, I'm not here to dismiss that because colorism absolutely exists. And many dark-skinned women, including myself, have openly discussed how it has affected them personally and professionally. But, big but, people online have also brought up something they've noticed regarding Claressa and light-skinned women specifically. Okay? This conversation has really picked up after old comments resurfaced from a live Claressa did a while back.
Always the light-skinned girls who think they just so pretty and just because they born light-skinned that they just all that. It's giving up sex light-skinned, red bone. It's mostly a lot of light-skinned women who come bothering me. Oh, she just thinks she's so pretty, but she got a strong jawline. Baby, you see this face. What the hell wrong with you? I'm our ancestors' dream, girls. You fucking crazy? Stop playing with me. Who is this girl? Another fucking light skin.
Then again, after comments involving Layla Ali and, Miss Pretty and all this stuff that, she was saying about, Layla Ali. A lot of people equate her remarks as bitterness towards light-skinned women. And now with Alicia Baumgartner being involved in this situation, social media has once again reignited those conversations. Listen, y'all. Let me make this very, very clear because people love twisting words online, okay? You're not going to twist mine. This is not me saying Claressa hasn't experienced colorism. That would be ridiculous. But people online are asking, what is it with Claressa and light-skinned women? And whether people want to admit it or not, perception matters. Especially when you are a public figure. It matters, okay? It just does. And listen, people also keep bringing up the fact that both Layla Ali and Alicia Baumgartner are absolutely gorgeous women who carry themselves with a certain level of confidence and poise. That's not a dig towards Claressa at all because Claressa herself has elevated her style, her glam, and her appearance over, the last year or so as well. Okay, so that's not a dig at her at all. So please don't try to twist anything up. I'm not coming for her. We're just having a real honest damn conversation. I think the issue most people say that they have with Claressa isn't her looks at all. It's her attitude and the way she speaks to people. That's the complaint I see the most, online. People constantly describe her as confrontational, aggressive, ghetto, bitter. I mean, they even say she's combative. Now, whether that's fair or unfair is another conversation entirely. But perception becomes reality in the entertainment and endorsement world. And unfortunately, once a certain narrative sticks to you publicly, companies really do start paying attention. After the Alicia Baumgartner incident, Jake Paul from MVP Promotions also spoke publicly about Claressa during an interview. And let's just say he did not hold back. Jake called Claressa a bitter, jealous, cringe loser.
My response is not directly to that. It's more of a response to who she is as a person, which is a bitter, jealous loser. And no one likes her. Like, the best thing that she should do for her brand is to not talk and just fight. And, like, people would maybe get behind her. But she's like basically a child who grew up into an adult body and is just like a fucking cringe loser. You can win accolades but still be a loser.
And what shocked a lot of people online is that many commenters, okay y'all, actually agreed with Jake Paul. Even people who openly admit they don't even like him. Okay? Honestly, that says a lot about social media culture today. Like, people will defend somebody they like no matter what they do wrong, while other people will agree with someone they dislike simply because they think the other person's behavior crossed the line. Social media is a very strange place, full of emotions, full of bias, opinions, projections, and selective outrage. Now, let's talk career just for a second, because this is where things can get very serious. Claressa Shields is not signed to MVP Promotions, and she at one point was offered an opportunity to actually sign with them, but she turned that down. However, being banned from MVP events still creates headlines. Okay, it creates negative press and questions about professionalism. And whether fans like it or not, the people with the real money, sponsors, endorsement companies, television executives, and corporate brands, they absolutely look at behavior. Because to them, if companies start feeling like your emotions are unpredictable, confrontational, or difficult to manage publicly, that can absolutely affect opportunities behind closed doors. And let's be honest, Claressa is one of the greatest female boxers ever. Her talent is undeniable, okay? We cannot deny that. Which is exactly why so many people are frustrated watching situations like this. And another thing, people online are calling Alicia Baumgartner weak, okay? And they can call her weak all day long for possibly pressing charges or involving authorities. But let me say this very clearly. If you hit me, that is exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what is going to happen as well. Play is over. Okay, we are grown adults and we must act like it, especially if you consider yourself a professional athlete or a public figure. Okay, I don't want to hear the comparisons between men and women. Oh, men athletes do this and they do worse. It doesn't matter. It matters, okay? Don't get me wrong. It matters, but we got to stop comparing the two, okay? Because at the end of the day, no matter how much we like it, how wrong or right it is, y'all know women are held to a higher damn standard, okay? And Claressa Shields knows that as well. Why is she so angry? I don't know. Somebody needs to ask her why she's so angry, because she can deny being angry, but her actions read and say anger. So I'll say this. Once emotions turn physical, the conversation changes completely, right? At the end of the day, social media is going to keep debating whether Claressa is misunderstood, unfairly judged, suffering from colorism, sabotaging herself, or simply reacting emotionally to pressure and criticism. But one thing is for sure, this is the situation that people are talking about. And I know that I hear Claressa, from time to time. I see her on other platforms, on posts that people repost or clips. And, she loves the attention. She loves the spotlight. But here's the truth. All attention is not good attention. Okay? It's not all good attention just because you're out there, because you are out here looking kind of crazy. And the sad part is that if she doesn't see it, no matter what anybody else says or tells her, it's going to matter. Because if she does not see that, That's the problem. So I just want to say, I hope that she does better. We don't even, at the Chat Room Hollywood, we don't even really do too much content on Claressa anymore. It's just a personal thing over here. I mean, I used to follow her career way before this whole Remy situation and Papoose, before, people really found out who Claressa was. I followed her career before. And it just changed, like with her attitude and everything, as of, recently, just changed. It's just a big turnoff. And I mean, I know it doesn't matter to her, but imagine all of the people that feel the same way. That is hurting your support. That is hurting your career, even if you don't see it now. So we have to be careful how we project ourselves. We got to be careful how we look to the public. And it's all good to be real and to be yourself. I love that. But we also got to pay attention to how we are, how we're acting, putting our hands on folks. We can't be doing that. If I put my hands on somebody, I deserve to go to jail. I deserve to have the police involved. And that would be a lot coming from somebody like me. I won't say why, but me calling the police would be a shocker to many. But I would call the police. And if we professionals, right? If we are calling ourselves professionals, then we damn sure better act like one. On the next episode of the Daily News Wrap, we're going to be having yet another honest conversation, okay? Another honest conversation. Funerals and having a guest list to attend. Oh my God. Yes, we are going to be talking about funerals, having a guest list, who can come and who cannot, and how can you assure that your wishes are carried out when you are no longer here. So my question to you before we go, is that something that you would do, or is that something that you have already done? Who gets invited? Who absolutely does not? And should people feel entitled to attend someone's final goodbye? Baby, it's about to get uncomfortable, honest, and real. And I hope to see you all here. Well, honey, and listen, I don't have to insult you to disagree with you, and I love you all for listening. I'll see you all next time.